Hello and welcome to a unboxing video. I have never done these before and I probably never will, but I've come across something rather rare, I'd say. This is Dungeon Lords, the collector's edition, still sealed, as you can see, brand new. Though this is a regular jewel case. This is not a what you call it, a uh, steel case. Those were available as well. Right, if you just want to see the unboxing, kind of just scroll, see if you can find it, where I actually cut into it and open it up, because I want to go on a little tangent before I start, so excuse me. Because the thing is, I have been playing this recently, well not this, I've been playing Dungeon Lords on my channel recently, and when you start playing when you do a little research on Dungeon Lords, you kind of find out that the version that is the most easily to get, which is the Steam edition, isn't really the one that fans like. Kind of the best version of the game is considered to be the collector's edition. Now, the collector's edition was released in 2006. The original edition, well, it's not really an edition, just the 1.0 was released a year prior, 2005, and that is probably the worst version. That is the one you absolutely don't want to get. Because, yeah, this game, the 1.0 released in a very sorry state, was just unfinished, unpolished. Feels like they were still months away of completing the game, and somebody came in and said, right, you need to finish this in a week. So they slapped it together and sent it out the door. So the game was, yeah, buggy, messy. It missed, features altogether that were meant to be implemented, just weren't there. And then a year later, the collector's edition was released, and then in 2012, the 2012 edition was released. This is after the, I believe this is called Dreamcatcher. Yeah, Dreamcatcher released this game in 2005, 2006, and then this, now it's Nordic Games, and Nordic Games was initially planning to release a sequel, but that never happened, and then they released the 2012 edition. And then later on, the 2012 edition, I think, is basically the same edition that was released 3 years later in 2015 as the Steam edition. But the Steam edition and 2012 edition were streamlined, the leveling system was changed. It was made, well, I don't know really what to call it, but kind of the fans of the game say, yeah, this is a typical dumbing down of the system that was there to begin with, and then they kind of ruined it. And the thing is about the 1.0 edition, that edition can never become this edition. Even if you patch it up, it will never become the collector's edition. Because as you can read here, it says new quests, new spells, new heraldries, new monsters, and much more. Those don't get added to the 1.0 edition, which is kind of a scummy practice by Dreamcatcher to release this game, basically release an unfinished game, and then a year later release the finished product, but then expect your customers to pay for it once more. So let's have a look at the back. Some pictures here. Not really sure what that's meant to show, kind of your inventory. Maybe it shows the fact that there are lots of different items to get. Cool spells, cool monsters and dragons, and even more monsters. Live the life of a hero as you step inside a massive world of fantasy filled with action and adventure. In time, only the best will survive, but only one can be Lord. Create your own character hero, choosing from a variety of races, multiple class specializations. In this new collector's edition, take your game level that take your game even deeper with amazing new heraldries and character customization. 4 different schools of magic and the ability to create even more powerful spells and effects. Full support for both single player, standalone and multiplayer game sessions. Non-stop game action and exploration in full 3D. Person 3D. Okay. Including outdoor wilderness, swamps, forests, mountain towns, villages, castles, dungeons, temples, caves, and forbidden ruins. Nail-biting 3D combat action featuring an arsenal of attack and defense combo moves, as well as numerous new spells to conquer your enemies. Right. As you can see, this is a European version. Actually, when I it was actually a nice surprise to get the collector's edition, because when I ordered this online, I was expecting to get the 1.0 edition. Because I basically the only the online retailer I use only had one version of Dungeon Lord as physical copy, and I think it was literally the only one, because after I sold it, it went it immediately said out of stock after that. But yeah, I was expecting the 1.0, but got the collector's edition, thankfully. I thought, well, I had kind of hoped that maybe it would be the collector's edition, but then I thought, well, if it's, then maybe it might just as well be the 2012 edition, which you don't actually want. Yeah, since I never do unboxing videos, I don't have fancy gloves, I don't have a fancy knife, I don't have a fancy way of doing this. I'm just gonna peel it off. I hope there's something in here that is interesting to look at. It feels rather heavy, but maybe there's not a manual. So, let's open this up. What do we have? We have 3 CDs. Alright. There actually is a manual. Anything else? No. Let's have a look. But the thing I wanted to mention about, I'm not going to read all of this out loud. The thing I did want to mention is that, yeah, because this is in Europe, according to Wikipedia, Dungeon Lord in Europe, Dungeon Lords wasn't released until 2006. So maybe if that is true, then maybe the 1.0 edition was actually never released here. Maybe you can only get the collector's edition in PAL territory. But again, I am not sure. It's likely not, though. Guessing it's very possible that Wikipedia is wrong. Well, yeah, 2006. We're kind of at the tail end of getting games that have manuals. Sadly, we don't get a cool color manual. You probably need to go back a lot further to get those. There we go. Well, that's it then. Not much else to it. So yeah, I hope it still works. I don't know how long it takes before CD rot becomes a problem. But yeah, and I hope it installs. I'm probably going to try this on my slightly older PC, which still runs Windows 8.1, because I actually realized that my newest PC that I've had for a year and a half now doesn't have a disk drive. Took me months before I realized, and I've never needed it until, well now basically. But yeah, so maybe you might just see some gameplay of this show up on the channel, but maybe not. But I'll let you know in the comments if it actually works or not. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Well, there wasn't really that much to show really, but just neat to get something all the way from 2006. New in the box. Thanks for watching. See ya.